Music is an important part of every game, movie, TV show, and heck, even YouTube videos. In my eyes, soundtracks can be equally as important as gameplay. So, let's head over to the subject of my first video game soundtrack tier list, Guilty Gear Strive. Some people say that they love things with all their heart, but I love Guilty Gear Strive with like 75% of my heart. Visuals, excellent. Characters, amazing. Soundtrack, awesome. Gameplay, not really my favorite. But I'm not getting into that right now, that's not what this video is about. This is about the soundtrack. In this video, I will be going over the themes of all 24 characters. And with more characters on the horizon, don't be surprised if you see an update to this video once the rest of the DLC is released. One thing that's important to note about this video is what I'm even ranking these themes on. I'll be ranking them based on 1, how they sound. I know that sounds self-explanatory, but what I mean by that is I'm not really going into the meaning of the songs. There are some great videos out there going over the themes' meanings, and I'll leave those in the description of this video, but that's not really what I'm focusing on today. 2, I'm going to be ranking them with gameplay in mind. This is going to come into play for like 2 themes, and I'll talk about it there. But basically, there's some themes that I just don't want to play a fighting game to. And 3, I will be judging them based on the overall quality of the song. Some songs have really good parts, but if the majority of the song is bad, I'll be ranking it lower. Before we get into it, Strive has a great soundtrack, and even what would be considered a D-tier song in my eyes doesn't mean it's a bad song, and you're still valid if you like it. Also, this is just my opinion, I'm not trying to present this as an objective fact. And I'm also not like a music expert or a critic or anything like that, so you can take my opinions with a grain of salt. Let's begin.
The world is in turmoil and people are in pain. Even still, we can take comfort in knowing that there is bucket of wet slop grins.
Axel Low.
In dead last, we have Out of the Box, Axel's theme. I think just everything about this character is lame, honestly. His gameplay, his win animation, and his theme. Not to mention that he's aggressively British. Once again, I am reiterating that this is not a bad theme, I just think it's the weakest in the game. And it's mostly due to me finding the vocals to sound pretty goofy at times and overall just being boring. Sorry, Axel. I don't really even have much to say about his theme, it's so boring to me. Next up we have Johnny. He may be the newest character at the time of this video's release, but there will be no recency bias here. At the time of editing, Johnny came out yesterday, and since then I have listened to his theme, Just Lean, about 20 times, and I'm just not really a fan. It has a western cowboy feel, which is crossed with Strive's typical metal style, and it just doesn't really work for me, unfortunately. I like Johnny as a character, and his theme definitely suits him, but I just think it sounds pretty meh. Most of my disliking of this song is just personal preference. The western aspects of this song just doesn't work for me. So I can understand why somebody who does like the western aspects would say that they love this song.
Giovanna.
And for our last D-tier song, we have Trigger, Giovanna's theme. This song is definitely one of the biggest deviations from Strive's typical style, sounding kind of like the Beastie Boys, honestly, which that's not like inherently a problem or anything, but I just feel like it's really odd. It makes sense for the character, but meh. But the reason why I find this to be above Axel's theme is because I find the chorus to be really cool. Sorry to place you so low, Giovanna, I still love you.
Jacko.
Moving on to C tier, we have Perfection Can't Please Me, Jacko's theme. I think if I recall correctly, people don't like this theme, but I might be making that up. I don't know. If I'm making that up, tell me in the comments. But either way, I do really enjoy this theme quite a lot. I think that when I hear this theme, I definitely think of Jacko, and I like that. It is kind of a silly, upbeat song, which is also quite a deviation from Strive's typical metal sound, but I think it works quite well in this case. I definitely like the female singer better than the male singer for the Guilty Gear soundtrack. I don't know the actual musical artist that well, but the male singer definitely gives me a Persona 5 vibe. God, I can't believe I just said that. Being that they're singing English lyrics, but don't actually speak English. I think that he does a great job, but in some of the songs, I just feel like it leads to it sounding a bit goofy. The female singer, on the other hand, I don't get that same impression, though. So the songs she sings, I find to be a little bit more consistent in their lyrical comprehensibility. This may be a C-tier song, but, you know, from this point on, I really do enjoy all of these songs. On lots of these songs, I'm just not going to have that much to say. There's some songs that I just don't have words for. The Hourglass, Sin's theme, is a great example of that. I'm not like a music theory guy who can explain why a song is technically good or technically bad. I don't understand that at all. I just think some songs sound good or bad or boring, and I think this song doesn't strike me as anything special. But it does have a really good chorus, which carries the song in my opinion. I just think that chorus is really cool. Very cool theme for our favorite sugar water loving 5-year-old who is freaking jacked, dear lord.
Zato 1.
Oh boy. I just know I'm gonna get flamed for this one. Next up is Let Me Carve Your Way, Zato's theme. I am aware that this is a fan favorite of the community's, but I ask that you at least hear me out before disliking and clicking off the video. Everyone's gonna tell me, oh, but what about the last part of the song? The last part's so good. Have you heard the last part? And you know what? You're right. The last part is really, really good. Maybe even the best Guilty Gear Strive song in the entire game. The issue is, this is a 6-minute song, and that is a 1-minute part of the song. I think that the last minute is really good. I think that the beginning is also very good, but let's talk about the rest of the song. 4 whole minutes, the majority of the song. I don't like this part at all. I think that it sounds stupid. I especially hate how this part sounds. As I was saying earlier, I find this to be too goofy sounding to take seriously. I can't. I think that I have to look at this without being blinded by the quality of the end of the song. Namely because in-game, you'll never even hear this part of the song. Strive rounds do not last nearly long enough to reach that point in the song. So it may as well not even exist in my eyes. I really wanted to place this song lower, but I can't argue against how many good parts this song has. The issue is, I think that this part is like a 9 out of 10. I think this part is a 10 out of 10. And I would give this chunk maybe like a 3. If I take the average of what I think the quality for every minute of the song is, Zato's theme would average out to about a 5, which is why it's here on the tier list. Sorry Zato and Guilty Gear fans alike. To make it up to you, let's just listen to that last part. We can all agree that's great.
I once had some sweet memories. Each world remains all the same. How can I remember those moments, sweetheart? Tell me.
Alright, for those of you that are still here, let's talk about the next song, Requiem, Ino's theme. Yet again, I haven't much to say, other than the chorus is sick, and it's evil sounding, which I like a lot. It's fitting for the character. It's got a pretty rad guitar solo, which I dig a lot. I think that this theme fits Ino very well. I mean, for being a character that fights with a guitar and music, you better have a sick guitar solo. But also, by the same logic, for being the music character, I kind of expected a little bit more from you. Still really good, but nothing really groundbreaking in my eyes.
Bedman.
Okay, Bedman, I love you, you're terrific, but your theme just doesn't really hit the spot for me. I would be more okay with this, but I absolutely despise the first minute of this song. I'm not a big fan of when songs are just talking over music, but this song took it to another level and forgot to even add the music in the background, so it's just a dude talking for the first minute. Which not only sounds bad, but this is one of the songs that I think works horribly in-game. Strive games go fast, so you don't often hear much of the songs, and when you hate the first minute of a song, it makes this awful in-game for me.
Welcome to the infernal world. What's my end game? There came a zero. Send here, there is a silence everywhere. No peace either. Where there is no beginning and no end. Well, life be like that. And yet the words that won't go with the room ahead.
But there are pluses for me. Firstly, I love how he says circle here. I don't really know how to explain it, I just think it's cool. He goes, circle. I don't know, it makes me laugh. And also, I need to mention that I love the rest of this song. This part is super sick, especially.
Do you see the radiant light? Do you hear the beautiful chant? Do you feel a tender warmth? Nothing here but
Just overall really dope, but it's hard for me to forgive the beginning of this song. I would love to put this song higher, but I truly can't. Still love it though. Whenever I listen to this song, I just skip a minute in, and boom, it's an S tier song. But with that part in, it feels harsh to say, but it really does drop it down to C tier for me. Sorry, Bedman?
Chaos.
Okay, for whoever is still here after my Zato rant, you're probably gonna leave after this one. Next up is Drift, Happy Chaos's theme. Another fan favorite for what I view as similar reasons to Zato. Everyone wants to talk about the part they like, but what about the rest of the song? The first 30 seconds of this theme is awesome and I love it. It's silly, but then there is the other 5 minutes of this song. But unlike Zato, I don't dislike the rest of this song. I just find it meh. I also do find it a little goofy, but in this case, I just kind of feel like it works. This theme is all over the place. It's silly, then it's serious, then it's silly again, then it's metal, and now it's opera? What? Point is, it's chaotic. It's Happy Chaos's theme, though. What do you expect? You get a pass on this one. Honestly, though, I would probably rank this higher if I didn't have a visceral reaction to seeing Happy Chaos. Just looking at him, I can't shake the feeling of getting zoned out for the entire match.
Baiken.
Moving on to B tier, we have Mirror of the World, Baiken's theme. This theme, in my eyes, is very similar to Bedman's theme. Also, side note, how would you write Bedman as a possessive noun? Would it be like this or like this? Anyways, Baiken's theme is similar to Bedman's because the first minute is really bad in gameplay in my eyes. I mean, look at this.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Shit! Let me give you a hand! Who cares? Not bad. Let me... Cover it!
I'm just playing to no music for the first minute of the match. Unlike Bedman's theme, though, I think that the first minute of the song is actually good. It just doesn't work in the context of a fighting game. The rest of the song is really good. I especially like the instrumental bit here. And I really like how the Japanese vocals sound. Overall, definitely fitting of a B tier.
Anji Mito.
Next, for the last entry of B tier, I know small tier, but the rest of the songs are bangers, so we have Rock Parade, Anji's theme. I think that the instrumental of this song is just so strong and it sounds so good. It's kind of surprising considering it's Anji's theme. Such a bad character in my eyes. He's fine design-wise, but he's such a pretentious little loser baby, and he uses his stupid little fans, and on top of that, they only gave him like one command move, and it makes his gameplay so dull. Anyways, I'm getting off track. This is the one thing I like about Anji. His theme makes me smile. I think it's really pleasant. It's just the right mix of being fun and also sounding intense, and God, I love that guitar riff. It's so dope. And this is what our tier list looks like right now, less than halfway done. The rest of the roster is either A or S tier. I'm telling you, this game has a banger soundtrack.
Chipp Zanuff.
On to A tier, starting with Chipp, with Play the Hero. I know a lot of people love this one as well, so let me preface this by saying, even though this is basically the halfway point in the tier list, this is an amazing song. This song took me a while for me to like it. It's really good though. I can't even really say what I disliked about it initially, but that doesn't matter anymore because this song's amazing. It is such a Chipp song. He really do be fighting like a hero until he dies.
Play the hero till I die.
I think that the instrumentals of this song are so good, especially in this part. And the vocals of this song are just so raw. It's so cool, I love them. This theme definitely makes me want to go be a ninja.
Goldlewis.
Next up, we have Goldlewis. The Kiss of Death is such a great and powerful sounding song, so fitting for this character. He's just a big dude. I think that this song just feels so cool and serious, which works so well for the Secretary of Absolute Defense. I also want to point out how awesome it is that this song uses like stops in the music so effectively, especially in the second verse and the chorus. The lack of music just makes it feel so impactful and important. When you compare this to Bedman's theme, where they just stop the music and it feels awkward, there's just no contest in my eyes. This song just does that so much better. This is my absolute favorite character in Strive, and honestly, he's the main reason I love this game so much. As much as I would love to put my favorite character's theme at number 1, I can't really say it is. Not that I think it's bad. I love this theme a lot. I just think there's so many amazing themes in this game that he's just one of the lesser amazing songs. At this point in the tier list, I think every song is a certified banger. It's just a matter of which ones go harder.
May.
Stop posting about
May.
I'm tired of seeing it! My friends on TikTok send me on Discord it's I was in a server, right? And all of the channels are just I showed my champion underwear to my girlfriend. In the logo I flipped it and I said, hey babe!
The Disaster of Passion, May's theme, is up next. This tier list was about May as a character. This would be like at the bottom. Not a big fan of her main character trait being in love with Johnny, who is like her father, basically. I don't like it. That's weird. Not a fan. And the theme is basically about that as well. Thankfully for May, this isn't about her character. It's about how her theme sounds. And I mean, it's really good. It's a really good and catchy song. I love it. Such a good chorus. I love the way the singer sounds this entire song. It honestly feels like May is singing it, and that's just really cool to me. What if there was like a video game soundtrack where they did that, where like every character's theme was sung by the character? That'd be really cool. Anyways, I just also really love the instrumentation in this song. It's got a funny little synth at the beginning, and I think it's nice. This entire theme is just nice.
Ramlethal Valentine.
Ramlethal is up next, with Necessary Discrepancy. I love the constant tonal shifts in this song, going from really calm to screaming, back to calm. It's just a little thing that I think works really well. Also, I love Ramlethal's hat. This doesn't relate to her theme at all, I just felt like sharing. I frankly don't even have too much to say about this theme, I just think that it sounds really cool. This song was initially way higher on the tier list because I love the beginning so much. I think that it's so awesome that it starts out really calm and mellow, and then as the song progresses it gets more aggressive, angry, muddied, which I think definitely reflects Ramlethal as a character really well. I don't think the rest of the theme is bad at all, I think it's quite good actually, but I was being blinded by liking that one part too much, so I had to look at it more objectively, as I think Zato fans should. Moving forward.
Soul Badguy.
Soul Badguy, a character I think needs no introduction, and his theme, Find Your One Way, is the same. Maybe the most iconic Strive song, and I think for good reason. This theme is amazing, and it all just feels so fitting for Soul. I think that this song maybe has the strongest chorus of any Strive song. Just take a listen. So raw, I love it so much, it's so cool. Also, I just want to point out that this song has bongos in it. I don't know why, but there are several songs in Strive that have bongo sections for like 2 seconds. I'm pretty sure it's just Soul, Leo, and Potemkin that have it, but if there's any others, let me know in the comments. I don't even know what I think of the bongos, honestly. It's not like a positive or a negative thing, it's literally just there. It's part of the song, it's there. I don't have any opinions.
Bridget.
Down inside me, and everyone's voice.
The trans icon herself, Bridget. Her theme, The Town Inside Me, is definitely one of the more different songs in the game, but unlike with Giovanna, I think it works very well, and I think it's mostly due to the singer's performance. Just like May's theme, I feel like Bridget's singing her theme, which I really like. I think that she has such an upbeat and fun theme, and it's so awesome and fitting for her. Maybe not the best for a match of Guilty Gear, but it's really good despite that. I think my favorite thing about this theme is about halfway through when they have like a full entire orchestra sound. I just think it's cool. It's way over the top and unnecessary, but I like it. It just makes it feel so grand and substantial. It leaves me always coming back to this theme. Also, I just wanted to point out that when I was listening back to this song and reading the lyrics, she says, "I hate the alarm clock I chose." But if you listen closely, she's very clearly saying alarm clock with an extra A before the clock.
I hate the alarm clock I chose.
This is a tiny error, and for that it's dropping all the way down to F tier. That's completely unacceptable. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Nagoriyuki.
What do you fight for? That's not a question. That's just the next theme. Nagoriyuki. He's one of my favorite characters. One of my favorite characters of all time, even. He's just so sick, so raw, and his theme is definitely the same. There are so many parts of this theme that I would love to show you all and show you how sick it is, but like, I would just kind of be playing the entire song. And to avoid doing that, just go and listen to this song yourself. It is really, really good. I really like the chorus of this song. Much like Nagoriyuki, it's just cool. And I also especially like this part.
So let's get to the bottom line. If so, what do you fight for? You deny your thirst. Now it's time to feast. Bring
Also, I just wanted to point out that at the beginning of this song, it sounds exactly like Come Together by the Beatles.
Everything in this world leads to some enlightenment.
I would play you a snippet, but I don't know, I'm scared to get demonetized. I don't know like copyright laws that well right now. I'm already like playing a bunch of music that isn't mine, but I don't know, I feel like it's different with the Beatles. I know some music artists will like instantly strike you down if you play a second of their music, so I'm just gonna play it safe.
Testament.
Next up, and my last entry for A tier, we have the lengthiest song title, Like a Weed, Naturally, as a Matter of Course, the theme of the non-binary icon, Testament. If I'm being honest, I hated this song when I first heard it. I thought the vocals sounded weird and goofy, and I didn't like it at all. And now that I'm more grown, I can say the vocals sound weird and goofy, but in a good way. I think unlike with some other songs, I'm pretty sure the vocals sounding like this is completely intentional, and I like it. It strikes me as a little goofy, but I like goofy. And remember when I said that Soul's theme had the best chorus? I lied. This song does. And later in this video, I'll probably say another song has the best chorus. That's just kind of how it goes when you have a game with as strong of a soundtrack as this. Take a listen.
Oh, she flies through the cloud darkness, rather than the breathless vastness of the world. And yet, they no return the one herself. She believes she's won all again.
Freaking chills, man. I love this song so much. I really wanted to put it in S tier, but I just didn't feel like it quite made the cut.
Asuka.
And speaking of S tier, let's get started with The Gravity, Asuka's theme. This is another theme that I didn't really care for initially, but I grew to love it. I know I said this about a song or two in the past earlier in this video, but I think this song has the best instrumental out of any song. It's just so cool. I love the strings in the beginning and the organ during the chorus. It just makes everything feel so grand and substantial. I also love the slight dissonance in this part of the song. It makes it feel more evil, which I think is to its benefit. If I had one critique of this song, it would be the vocals. I find the vocals can be a little hard to understand at times. I mean, if I play you this part of the song without lyrics on the screen, you can't really understand what he's saying at all. But, I mean, that's kind of my only real note on the song. It's such a banger.
Nagoriyuki.
Next up, Nagoriyuki. Wait, didn't we already talk about him? Well, yeah, we did. He's the only character in the game to have two themes. And I happen to think that this one's a little bit better than the other one. If I had to describe Crawl in one word, it would be raw. I know I've said that word a lot this video, but it's so raw. I love how cool this song sounds. And I know I'm not really talking about the lyrics that much, but the chorus is just so badass of him. I think that this might be my favorite chorus out of any Guilty Gear song. I know what you're gonna say. I already said that about 2 songs already, but this time I'm right. I do think this song struggles a little bit with lyrics being hard to understand, but honestly, I don't even care because it sounds good, it sounds cool, and other songs sound goofy when they do it. I just think it does it better. I just love the guitar in this song, especially at the beginning, like it's just so cool.
Potemkin.
On to Armor-Clad Faith, Potemkin's theme. I find it interesting that this is one of the more somber songs in the game. Just not what you'd really expect when you see Potemkin. Look, I'm sorry to do this again, but I think this song has the best chorus out of every theme in Guilty Gear. Look, I know, I'm sorry.
I'm a fool, I know nothing. I may sound like a silly clown, but I won't turn my back on life.
That's my favorite.
Oh, sheep.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite. That's my favorite.
Anyways, I love the main guitar riff as well. It's just so heavy sounding, which definitely fits Potemkin. I mean, look at him. I love the entire theme of this song, except for like 10 seconds when the bongos kick in. I just think this part sounds bad, honestly. I think it sounds weird and bad and way out of place. It's weird. Honestly, that 10 seconds is like what keeps this theme from being higher on the list. But I mean, can we talk about how good the ending of this song is?
I'm a fool, I know nothing. I take the role of a silly clown, but I won't turn my back on life. I'm a fool, maybe worthless, but it's the word created my friend. So all I do is take a fall and pray.
Leo Whitefang.
Leo Whitefang's theme is up next, Hellfire. It's another theme that you wouldn't really guess to be as somber as it is, judging by the character's look. Unlike most songs in Guilty Gear where the vocals is what ruins it for me, this song, it's actually the opposite. Not that the instrumental ruins it, but I just think the vocals are so strong in this. There's so much emotion in his voice, and it makes the song feel so impactful and full sounding than most of the other themes in this game. Not that the other themes aren't impactful or whatever, but I just think this song is more so. This and the other themes in the top 4 are all themes that I'm always coming back to. This is just one I can't get enough of. And also, I'm kind of out of flaws on these remaining songs, so all of my top 4 is basically interchangeable. They're all just 10 out of 10 Guilty Gear songs in my eyes.
Millia Rage.
Next, taking the 3rd place medal, we have Love the Subhuman Self. I don't really care for Millia that much as a character, but her theme, on the other hand, is insanely good. Much like Hellfire, there's so much emotion in this song, especially in the chorus. So good. I also love the little synth riffs they have at the beginning. It's just so pleasant and fun. I like that. I also just love how this song has screamer vocals at certain parts. I just love screaming. Not like personally, but I think it sounds cool, and this song uses it so effectively. I also just love the ending of the song. I love how it gets really soft and then comes back at full force. Just like another theme in the top 3, but we'll get to that one soon. At one time, I would have called this my favorite theme, but after much deliberation, I have determined that there are 2 songs I like more.
Faust.
Alone Infection, Faust's theme. Who doesn't love Faust? He's such a perfect character. Remember, if you love Faust, you should like and subscribe now, and make sure you leave a comment saying, I love Faust Guilty Gear, :3, and if you don't love Faust Guilty Gear, Alone Infection. What a roller coaster of a song. So much changing in themes. It goes from screamer to goofy, back to screamer, then sad. It's like crazy how chaotic this song is, but it just all works so well. The guitar riff at the beginning of the song is literally in my head at all times. I also love how this song will be whispering at one moment and then screaming the next moment. It's just so awesome. Maybe I am a little bit biased. This is one of my favorite characters, but this theme just hits the spot. Remember when I mentioned like a minute ago when I mentioned that I like when Millia's theme gets soft and then comes back at full force? This theme does that, but like 3 times more awesome. I love that when it all comes back, it has like a full string orchestra. It's just so dope and climactic. Thank goodness this tier list isn't taking into account themes' meanings, because I have no idea what this song is talking about or what any of it means. Well, there's only one theme left. It's Kai. I mean, it's not that big of a surprise. His theme goes freaking hard. The Roar of the Spark is just a peak song. I love the little riff at the beginning, it sounds really cool, and the main guitar riff is unbelievably dope. This was the first Strive song I listened to, and thank goodness it was, because it definitely helped me check out the rest of the soundtrack. I don't just want to play you the entire song, but if I want to tell you what's good about this song, that's what I would be doing. This song is unbelievably stupid good. I can't even list a single thing I don't like about it. Please just check out this song. My words cannot do it justice. And I mean, that's it. That's the soundtrack. 25 songs, and I think 4 more on the way. Unless there's a 4th DLC pack, then I don't know. What a controversial list. I hope you all enjoyed watching this. Thanks for watching to the end, or skipping to the end for a tier list. I mean, yeah, lots of people do that. If you have disagreements, which I'm sure you do, let me know in the comments. I'm interested to know what you all think. And also, if we have any fellow Zato theme haters, I want you to leave a comment as well, because I feel like I'm the only one, honestly. And also, just check out the soundtrack if you haven't. It's really good.